What is going on, everyone? Auto Endeavors here, coming back at you with another video today. Today we're going to be talking about crash test ratings and a recent crash with the Ford Maverick. So without further ado, let's dive right on in. So basically, the Ford Maverick has yet to be completely rated as far as safety and crash test ratings are concerned. Now, many people speculate that it will get a very similar rating to the Escape and the Bronco Sport and other similar Ford vehicles. So it's really not a complete guessing game because this vehicle is very similar and sits on a similar platform to other Ford vehicles. But nevertheless, the crash test ratings have yet to come out yet. So we are left wondering if it will get a 5-star rating in all areas of the crash test rating, or whether or not it will fall short in one area or another. As most people know, pickup trucks are likely, or more likely, or usually score lower on the rollover ratings because of their high center of gravity, but with the Ford Maverick being such a small pickup truck and so low to the ground, that might not be a concern for the Ford Maverick. Now, I mentioned that there has been an accident with the Ford Maverick already out on the road today, and we're going to talk a little bit about that, and we're going to look at an article discussing exactly what happened and things of that nature. But basically, as far as the Ford Maverick and safety concerns, most people are not too concerned about safety in this vehicle. They know Ford's going to put out a reliable product. They know Ford isn't going to just put out a complete death trap. They haven't done anything like that in the recent history of the company. So most people are not too concerned about it, but it's still interesting to take a look at how this truck holds up when it comes to getting in an accident. So I mentioned that we're going to take a look at an article, a news article, talking specifically about that, because as unfortunate as it is with people taking delivery of their Ford Mavericks, there is bound to be one or two right out the gate to end up in a collision. And so we're going to take a look at what happened, how it all unfolded, what the status of the drivers and any occupants are in the vehicle, and things of that nature. So we're going to do that right now. Okay, everyone, so the article we're taking a look at today is on FordAuthority.com's website. I will be linking this article in the description down below for your viewing pleasure. But nevertheless, it says here, 2022 Ford Maverick XL wrecked after colliding with semi. So unfortunately, we already have our first wrecked Maverick. It's never fun getting in a car accident, but these things do happen, and they usually happen in short order when these things start getting out on the road. And that looks pretty bad overall, but hopefully everyone was safe and everything like that. But we're going to go ahead and read a little bit more information about this wreck and this accident, because it's interesting to see how it held up in its first ever accident, especially with a semi pickup truck. So it says down here, Ford Maverick deliveries began just a few weeks ago, and the new compact pickup truck is just starting to show up on the roads across the country. However, as is usually the case, it didn't take very long for someone to wreck their new shiny pickup truck. As this 2022 Ford Maverick XL recently found itself colliding with a semi, making for what might just be the first wrecked Maverick on the planet. And that looks like a very bad wreck. Again, I hope everyone is safe and secure, but nevertheless, it looks like the truck held up fairly well for what it actually ended up colliding with. The crash happened in Jeffersonville, Indiana, just yesterday when the 2022 Ford Maverick XL was traveling northbound in the southbound lane of Paul Garrett Avenue. The semi-truck was traveling in the correct southbound direction when it came upon the Maverick, but didn't have much time to react. The semi-driver swerved into the center lane to try and avoid hitting the pickup truck, but the Maverick driver steered in the same direction, which led to a pretty nasty collision. The force of the head-on crash pushed the Maverick back for a considerable distance before the vehicles came to a stop, according to Indiana State Police. The Maverick driver had to be extracted from the vehicle by the Jefferson Fire Department and was transported to the University Hospital in Louisville with possible life-threatening injuries. So it does look like they were hit pretty hard, and they ended up in the hospital, unfortunately. I hope the driver makes it through. I wish them all the best. The semi-driver did not suffer any injuries, however. And that kind of makes sense. Semi-drivers really sit up really high, so it would really take a very large vehicle for them to be too badly impacted. But unfortunate as it is, I do hope the driver of the Maverick was able to come out all right and is able to pull through. But as we can see here, this wreck is pretty rough. It's interesting still, though, that this is probably the first Ford Maverick at least totaled. It's currently unclear what caused the Maverick driver to turn into the wrong lane, but police believe that alcohol played a part in the crash. Well, that is very unfortunate. Anytime someone drinks and drives, or there's a possibility that someone was drinking and driving, that is very, very much unfortunate for all parties involved. Though toxicology reports are still being processed and the investigation is ongoing. As Ford Authority reported earlier this year, the majority of wrong-way crashes are caused by intoxicated drivers, and many prove fatal, which makes the Maverick driver pretty lucky given how bad this crash looks. So maybe they're more fortunate than they are less fortunate. I don't know. We'll just have to see what the news has to hold. But as far as this is concerned, it looks like that the Maverick can hold up pretty well. I mean, a head-on collision with a semi-truck, most people don't go walking away from that, as unfortunate as it is. Now, vehicles are getting larger and larger, so I would assume that the fatalities are less and less these days, but the Maverick is the smallest pickup truck, or one of the smallest, on the road today, and so this is interesting news nonetheless. It's interesting to see that the Maverick has the ability to hold its own when it comes to accidents and the safety ratings and things like that, because we can read safety ratings all day, but when real life scenarios happen, that's when we get real results. As unfortunate as it is, accidents do happen, and that's the way we find out exactly how brand new vehicles hold up during accidents. And it looks like the Maverick is no pushover as far as what it's capable of withstanding and the safety it's able to provide, right? This person ended up in the hospital, and that is very unfortunate. But nevertheless, the Maverick seems to be able to at least provide a reasonable amount of safety overall. But with all that being said, let me know your thoughts and opinions on the Maverick down below. Do you think it's a very safe vehicle? Do you have any concerns whatsoever? If you own a Ford Maverick, does this make you more comfortable, less comfortable? Let me know all that in the comment section down below. Be sure to hit the like button on your way out. Hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with future updates on the Auto Endeavors channel. With all that being said, until next time, we'll see y'all.